never use that word in a critique because I think it sounds nice, nasty. It's not nice. So a head that's too long or too narrow is not desirable. Similarly, a head that's too short is not desirable. So, what's the right length of head? In fact, only experience will give you a feel for that. But you'll understand it when you see it. It's just in good proportion. Okay, now the next thing we look at is eyes. Now, I'm a sucker for a great pair of eyes. and most judges are, because they give the rat a really dramatic kind of feel. Since we have a substantial additional entry here at the last minute, I'll just say, my name is Doug Connor. I live in England. I've been a judge for a long time. So, heads. So we want a head that's in good proportion, broad, particularly for a buck. What I always say is, you want a rat with a neck like a rugby player. Just comes straight down from the side of the head onto the shoulder. That makes a very handsome, bucky head. Does shouldn't have a head that broad. Okay, eyes. This guy has great eyes, and this is the kind of thing that you want to see, ideally. Some varieties like agoutis, ivories, good Siamese will tend to have larger eyes. Rexes just tend to have smaller eyes. So there are some things that are inescapable, but in general, a larger eye is desirable. Ears. Okay. Yes, has 2 ears. Ears are sort of, what you want is ears that are set up high on the head for a top ear. You want them to be open and to stand out so you can see them. Dumbo ears are another matter. They're set down lower on the head. Ideally, what you want is an ear which is perfectly circular, open, uncreased, unfolded, not tubular. I have seen perfect Dumbo ears perhaps 3 times. And so it's not what you're going to see on the show bench. Okay, now, continuing from head to tail, the next thing is, okay, how about the body? Now, what's preferable in a buck is that they're long. This is a nice feature to have. It's not essential, but it's a plus. The body should be in proportion to the head. He's got a nice body. He's not particularly long, but he's a good, solid rat. Tail. Now, a tail. We want a tail. Really, whether it's a buck or a doe, is we want it as thick as possible at the base, and then tapering smoothly. With kittens in particular, you sometimes have a squared tail, and you'll be able to see that, the square cross-section. That's growth. That's just the kitten growing up. And no matter how good their nutrition is, they will go through phases where they have a square tail. Judges understand this. It may prevent them from winning a best in show, but it doesn't make them a not good rat. So if you have squared tails, feed them up. They will outgrow it. Okay, so now then we'll get a doe out in a second. I'll talk to you about the differences. But in his case, all right, so 50% of what we're judging is type. Well, the other thing is less is condition. So Nana Tikkanen was years ago a judge in Finland, and she and a couple others came and stayed with me. They were judging London Championships, and I had kittens at that point. I was busily doing my apprenticeship as a breeder, and I said to Nana, well, what should I be looking for in a kitten? She said, well, they should feel good in the hand. Okay, that was useful. In other words, when you pick the kitten up, it should feel solid and good in the hand. That's the beginning of condition. And condition comes in through the mouth. Type is genetic. Condition comes in through the mouth. So that's why developing a feeding structure that keeps your rats from getting fat and which gives them that good muscle tone is critical to producing championship quality rats. So I was telling a couple people earlier, I'm a sucker for a rat in good condition. I really am. And every now and then you pick a rat up and you can tell instantly, this is a really fit, well-conditioned rat. Great muscle tone. And there's no, when I'm judging and I come across one of those, whoever's helping me on the show bench, I pass the rat around and say, here, just feel this rat. Because this is what you're going for. Okay, so thank you. Do you have any questions? No. Did you think I did a good job? Not sure. Okay, so sometimes you have to help them out a little bit. You know? I mean, they have things to say, but all right. So this is what I call a good buck. Oh, and